Do you still have faith in people?
The biggest question in Squid Game has always been this: is there any hope left in humanity, especially when people are desperate? In Season 3, that question was pushed to its limits. Players were tested in the most brutal ways to see how far they would go for survival, for money, and for each other. Some lost themselves, some found redemption, and one gave up everything, just to save a child. Let's break down the major twists, character arcs, hidden meanings, and that heartbreaking ending. The main idea: this season wasn't just about survival, it was about testing people's souls. What happens when you're poor, scared, and forced to choose between others or yourself? Will you still be kind? Or will greed take over? Game 1. Hide and seek, knives, and keys. When Gi-hun wakes up, he finds most of his team has died during the fight from Season 2. He blames Kang Dae-ho, who failed to bring ammunition. In a moment of anger, Gi-hun kills him during the first game, but then regrets it deeply. That moment shows how guilt and grief are eating him alive. MG Coin kills Cho Hyun-ju. Minsu hallucinates and accidentally kills Shaman, thinking she's Namgyu. Jang Geum-ja kills her own son to protect Jun-hee and the baby. Later, overwhelmed by grief, she unalives herself, but not before asking Gi-hun to take care of the baby. Gi-hun's breakdown. Gi-hun tries to unalive himself out of guilt, but the guards stop him. This shows us something important. The game pretends to give people freedom, but even death is not allowed unless it serves their agenda. The frontman still needs Gi-hun, not to save him, but to prove a point. He wants to show him that humans are all the same, selfish and broken. The skipping game. Jun-hee can't jump. Her leg is injured, so the VIPs, in a cruel twist, make her baby a player to force her to try. But instead of giving in, Jun-hee hands the baby to Gi-hun, who jumps across with her child. Jun-hee later unalives herself, asking Gi-hun to protect the baby. The final test, the knife game. At this point, the frontman is done pretending the game is fair. Players are told to pick 3 people to kill, and if they do, the rest will win. Gi-hun, the baby, and Min-soo are chosen as targets. The frontman gives Gi-hun a knife to kill all the other players to save himself and the baby, just like he was given back when he was a player. Gi-hun almost gives in and tries to kill player 100 in his sleep, but he remembers Kang Se-byok's voice in his head saying, "You're a good person." So he stops. This was a test of his soul. If he killed again, he would have become just like the frontman. But he didn't. That one choice kept his humanity intact. Final game. Sky Squid Game. Only 9 players are left. They must push off 3 people to survive. Fights break out. People turn into monsters. In the end, only Gi-hun, MG Coin, and the baby remain. Then the unthinkable happens. MG Coin tries to kill the baby, his own child, for money. Gi-hun fights him. MG Coin falls and dies. Now Gi-hun faces the final test: push the baby off and win the money, or give up his life. Gi-hun chooses death. The crowd is shocked. Even the frontman is left in tears. Gi-hun chose love. He chose hope. He proved to the world that some people are still good, even in the darkest places. Player 246 and Kang No-ul. The female guard saves player 246 instead of killing him. She risks everything for him, even killing the officer and everyone else who tried to stop her. In the end, player 125 is reunited with his daughter, who's recovering from cancer, and the female guard receives news about her missing child, Detective Hwang. Since Season 2, Detective Hwang has been searching for answers. He finally reaches the island. But it's too late. The games have ended. He gets no answers from his brother. His entire journey feels empty, like a warning that not all questions in life get closure. The front man. After everything, the front man breaks down. Gi-hun's sacrifice proves him wrong. There is still good in people. So he takes the baby to Jun-hee's house and leaves all the winnings there. Then he goes to the US and gives money to Gi-hun's daughter. For the first time, the front man acts with compassion. The future of the games. But the games? They're still going. We learn the Squid Game is global, even happening in the United States. The VIPs always win, and the poor keep dying. The rich will always find ways to entertain themselves with the pain of the poor, unless the system itself is destroyed. The Squid Game Season 3 finale left us with a brutal reminder. Life isn't fair, The rich keep living in luxury while the poor are used, broken, and discarded. And the worst part? The powerful walk away without ever facing the consequences. But even in this cruel world, we're shown glimpses of humanity. Characters like Gi-hun, Cho Hyun-ju, and Jang Geum-ja remind us that it's still possible to hold on to morals, kindness, and empathy. Even when everything around you screams survival, we also saw that even the good ones, like Min-soo, can snap when pushed too far. Pain and pressure will break anyone eventually. And let's not forget MG Coin, who proved that no amount of wealth will ever be enough for some people. The greed is endless. The more they have, the more they want. One moment that gave us a bit of hope, Kang Se-byuk's brother finally reuniting with his mother. A small win in a sea of tragedy. Let me know what you thought about the ending.